remember a formula, or I'm sorry, an equation with x squared. We've learned several ways how to do this. We've graphed it and we've circled where it crosses the x-axis. We factored it and then found the roots that way and plotted it. And today we are going to learn how to do it with just the quadratic formula. So this is 55A. Our learning target for today says I can find. Why did you cut that? I told you not to cut it. I even said it was going to be a solid rectangle. You don't know what a solid... Okay. Just let it go. Go get another purple sheet. Alright, I can find the solutions. You're only supposed to cut out the rectangle. It's going to be it's going to be a solid rectangle, and then you fold it up so that, look at that. Those of you who did that without Mom having to tell you, take a point for your team. Good job. Do we have the squares yet? No. Yes. And I see trash on the towers and in the towers already. Guys, it's May. You know where trash goes. Throw it away. Take another to be safe. Where does that go? Again, if you folded without me, give your team a point.
There is no piece of paper. There's none.
Put it in the tray. Put it in the tray.
I'm just going to draw on it.
Okay, please write down your learning target. It doesn't take too long.
I'm doing everything. Someone should.
Okay, so today we're going to learn the quadratic formula and how it gives us the solutions. Remember, the solutions to a quadratic are where it crosses the x-axis. That's why it says x. And we have dealt with square roots before. Remember, you can have two answers, positive and a negative. And that's also why it says plus or minus. Now, the quadratic formula is x equals. Can everybody say x equals?
X equals.
The opposite of b.
The opposite of B.
Plus or minus square root.
Plus or minus square root.
B squared minus 4ac.
B squared minus 4AC.
All divided by 2a.
All over 2A.
It's not over. We're not cows. Say it again. X equals.
X equals.
The opposite of b.
The opposite of B.
Plus or minus square root.
Plus or minus square root.
B squared minus 4ac.
B squared minus 4AC.
All divided by 2a.
All over 2A.
Again, I need it to be a cult chant. Get it together. Let's go. X equals.
X equals.
Opposite of b.
Opposite of B.
Plus or minus square root.
Plus or minus square root.
B squared minus 4ac.
B squared minus 4AC.
All divided by 2a.
All divided by 2A.
If you come up with a song and record it on a video, I'll give you bonus points. I'll maybe even put it towards a test.
Miss Asbury? Miss Asbury.
Yes.
I will do that.
Okay.
Please. Serious. No, I can do that.
Good.
I can. That's one of the things I actually can do.
Do it. No, if you do it and make a video and a song to it, I will give you bonus points on a test grade.
My entire
It does have to be appropriate. I know that's just a stretch, but it does have to be appropriate.
my entire family is full of musicians. I can do that.
Do it. All right, let's do it again. X equals. All right, cult chant. Let's go. X equals.
X equals.
Opposite of b.
Opposite of B.
Plus or minus square root.
Plus or minus square root.
B squared minus 4ac.
B squared minus 4AC.
All divided by 2a.
All divided by 2A.
Okay, so now I'm going to say what's the quadratic formula, and you cult chant this without me. Are you ready? What's the quadratic formula?
X equals minus b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4ac all divided by 2a.
Alright, we need to learn a little bit better on our cult chant, but good job, guys. Good job. Take a point for your team.
I know, but
What don't you understand? We haven't done anything yet.
I know, I understand. I just didn't know, like,
Is that fair?
Yes.
I have been in cultish activities before, and I'm very uncomfortable.
Alright, so these are the solutions to a x squared plus b x plus c equals 0. Now, these are the solutions to a quadratic when it's set equal to 0. What's the quadratic formula? What's the quadratic formula?
X equals opposite of b plus or minus square root
b squared minus 4ac
all
divided
divided by 2a.
Okay. You guys are scaring me a little bit. Good job. We're not quite zombies. We need to get there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a quadratic. We're going to learn how to plug it into this, and that's going to give us our solutions. Are you guys ready? We're not ready? Okay. He wasn't ready. Alright guys, just think. This week and next week are our last weeks of full instruction. Then we review and we get ready for our exam.
Will I be able to
I'm going to tell you probably the week before exams whether you can exempt or not. Because you have to keep your grade up until then, right? Like, we can't slack off. So if I tell you, I have an answer.
Will I be able to do that?
No. I don't give extra credit. We can do our work in class.
I do my work in class.
Alright, open this.
I don't do well in this.
Yes.
My work is well.
Is it like self-explored all year or just random?
Just this semester. Why would I put just random stuff on there?
I'm thinking about the like tests you take on the computer.
It's not that. Alright, so here we go. Are we ready? Step 1, ask us to identify A, B, and C. So this is our formula, or this is our equation. This is our quadratic formula. So we're going to start by identifying A, B, and C. So what's A here? A is 6. Take a point. Alright, what's B?
10.
10. It's the wrong color.
And C.
Wait. And what's C? Ah. Take a point.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. How do you know?
Because you see how I wrote ax squared plus bx plus c right above this?
Yeah.
It's in the same position. So a is in front of x squared, b is in front of x, and c is always our constant. Alright, now we're going to substitute our values into the quadratic formula. What is the quadratic formula? X equals
Opposite of b plus or minus.
X equals opposite B, square root, B squared.
What?
4AC.
All that divided by 2a.
What? Wait.
It's over 2 way.
Hold up, this out here.
You got
Yes.
What is that?
what?
The plus sign, like the one on
You see how we've been saying plus or minus square root? Plus or minus. So you're going to add first, and then you're going to subtract. So you're going to end up with 2 answers. Is everybody ready? Are we sure? Now, the reason we have 2 answers is because it's a quadratic. Remember, it's going to cross the x-axis either 2 times, 1 time, or no times. And we'll be able to figure that out from here. So, first we start with the opposite of B. What's our B? What's the opposite of B? Okay, so let's write negative 10. Plus or minus square root. Is everybody with me? Are you wasting my tape?
I already read it.
Are you wasting my tape? Are you lying to me? Then what are you doing? What are you using it for? Are you performing surgery on your pencil? Are you lying to me? Alright, so opposite of B. B is 10. It's negative 10. What goes inside first? No, what goes inside the radical first? It's B squared, so what's B? So it's 10 squared. Minus 4. That will always be a 4. Is everybody with me so far?
Yes.
Are we sure?
Yes.
What's A?
6. Multiplied by 6. Multiplied by negative 20.
And then multiplied by negative 24 because it's times C.
There's 2 times 6 is 5.
2 times 6. Okay, is everybody with me so far?
Can I take a point?
Yes.
Yes.
Is that better? You're welcome. Okay, so first we identified A, B, and C of this, of our quadratic. Second, we put the values into the quadratic formula. So it's opposite of B, plus or minus square root, B squared minus 4AC, all divided by 2A. We plugged in our numbers. We have negative 10 plus or minus the square root of 10 squared minus 4 times 6 times negative 24, all divided by 2 times 6. Now we solve for x. We're going to have 2. We're going to have a plus, and then we're going to have a minus. Does everybody understand? So we're going to start with x equals, and we're going to write down here x equals. I'm going to do my plus up here, and then my minus down here. So what's our b? What do we have? What do we start with? Negative 10. And then we're starting with a plus the square root. And we're going to go ahead and multiply because we know how to do that. So what's 10 squared? Sweet Jesus, we should know what 10 squared is. 100. Minus, what's 4 times 6? Times negative 24? No. What's 24 times negative 24? Negative 576. So is that going to be a plus or minus? It's a plus because it's negative 4 times 6 times negative 24. That's plus 576. Does everybody see where we got 576 from? Are we sure?
So it was 4 and 6 multiplied together, then multiplied by.
Yes. So we did negative 4 times 6 and we got negative 24. Negative 24 times negative 24 gave us positive 576. And what's 2 times 6? 12. Then we're going to write the same thing down here, but with a minus. So we're always going to have two answers. Always. Are we ready? What's 100 plus 576? And what's, okay. So that's negative 10 plus the square root of 676 divided by 12. Who has a calculator and can tell me what the square root of 676 is?
976.
The square root of 676 is what? Because I got 26. Okay. Do you guys know how to do the square root? You hit second, and then you hit this button because it has a square root above it. And then you hit 676. Y'all squared it. It's two different operations. All Alright, what's negative 10 plus 26? Okay, thank God. And 16 divided by 12 reduces to? What goes into both 16 and 12? 3 does not go into 16. 16 divided by 4 is? 12 divided by 4 is? So it's 4/3. Oh my gosh. Why is that so painful? We're just adding. Until we had to add and subtract? It's okay. We're going to keep practicing. Over and over and over until our ears bleed. Alright. We have negative 10 minus, what's 100 plus 576? Divided by 12. Alright, what's the square root of 676? 26. What's negative 10 minus 26? Negative 36. What's negative 36 divided by 12? Negative 3. So our answers are negative 3, brackets, not parentheses, and 4/3. So you guys were fine until I made you add and subtract. And man, May is just tough for y'all. Yeah, it happens. Yes. Bring it to me. Alright, now I want you to identify A, B, and C of the second problem while I'm looking at her calculator. Identify A, B, and C. And then we're going to do another one together. We're going to work until we die. Yep. That button.
Oh, wow.
This is the square root button.
And that's it?
Yeah. You hit square root of 676.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was easy. Sad. So I get negative 1, 3, and 10? Yes, no, maybe? Calculator bleeped her out when it fell. Alright, so now we're plugging it into, what's the quadratic formula?
X equals opposite of b plus minus square root of b squared minus 1c. All divided by 2.
Both of you take a point. What?
Plus or minus.
What about it? You do like it? You don't like it? Why? Well, it's not going to hurt you. I promise. Alright, now we're plugging in. And I have a 2, and I have a minus 4. Alright, so what is our B? And what's the opposite of 3? Negative 3 goes on the outside. Yes. Because you always have a plus or minus, and then you start the top by adding, just like we did here. We add, and then we subtracted. We're going to do that every time. We're going to have two different answers. Alright, and it's b squared, so that would be
3 squared.
3 squared minus 4 times, what's a? Negative 1. And what's c? All divided by 2 times what?
Negative 1.
Are we ready? Okay. So now, remember from here, we break it down. We have our plus and we have our minus. So we're going to add negative 3 to all this, and then we're going to subtract negative 3 in all this. And then we're going to divide. Are we ready? Are we sure? So we write x equals we start with negative 3 plus the square root of. Now we're going to simplify this. What's 3 squared? 9. What's 4 times, what is negative 4 times negative 1? And what's 4 times 40? I'm sorry, 4 times 10. I got excited. Does everybody see where we got the 40 from? Are we sure? Yes. Say it to me again. I can't hear you. No, it's negative 4 times negative 1, so that makes it a positive 4. Positive 4 times 10 makes it a positive 40. Divided by 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. For the love of all things holy, please tell me that you understand where we got those numbers from. Does anybody not understand, so I can walk right through it again? Speak now for a hold your peace. Okay. What's 9 plus 40?
49.
Alright, what's the square root of 49?
7.
What's negative 3 plus 7? 4. And what's 4 divided by negative 2? What's 4 divided by negative 2? Negative 2. Now we need to do the same thing, but with a subtraction. Now we need to subtract because it's plus or minus square root. So we did the plus. Now we do negative 3 minus the square root of 9 plus 40, or 49, divided by negative 2. So could we just get to this point and then subtract? Do you know? Alright, what's the square root of 49? Alright, what's negative 3 minus 7? And what's negative 10 divided by negative 2? Positive 5. So our solutions are negative 2 and 5. And the solutions are where the graph crosses the x-axis. I know. Are we ready to do another one? Wait, right here? 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 Yes. Are we ready? Okay, fold this up. Do I love you? Sometimes. You guys are a bunch of weirdos. What is happening? Stop. 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 Stop talking about the things you're talking about. Good Lord. Who did? Does the trailer park count as the hood?
Yes, for white people it does.
Alright, here we go. 4x squared plus 5x minus 6 equals 0. Alright, what's A? What's B? And what's C? Alright, besides Curtis, what is the quadratic formula? Because that's how we're solving this.
X equals opposite of B plus or minus square root B squared minus C all divided by 2. Next point.
Take a point if you said it. Okay, are we ready? You guys want to try and plug it in without me?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay, try and plug it in without me. Did you just break my marker?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Oh, it's done.
Maybe you should try and take your notes.
I already took my notes.
We're on a new one, Pumpkin.
I know I'm about to write it on.
Are you crazy?
It's always gonna be 4.
Yes, it'll always be a 4 and it'll always be a 2.
Can I write it on backwards?
No. What's going to happen when you glue that down? Exactly. How did that even just happen? Are you working this problem out? Or are you just staring off into space?
I'm working with fucking.
I wasn't talking to you. I appreciate that. Negative 96. Negative 96.
Negative 96. Okay.
But it'll be a plus 96. Because it's a negative times a negative.
Yes.
No one is talking.
I'm the king.
Did everybody plug it in correctly like mine?
Yeah.
Okay, keep working. How many answers are you going to have? Okay. Yes.
Why is it not negative? Like,
Because it's the opposite of B. So it's opposite of whatever this is. If it was a negative B, it would be a positive. I'm sorry, if it was a negative 5, it would be positive 5 up there. That's a good question. Yes. Good job.
I think I got it inside the first one.
What'd you get?
I
Are you bringing it to me?
0.75.
Leave it as a fraction.
Oh, I didn't get that, no.
Let me see. 2 times 4 is?
Oh, 8.
You forgot that part. That's
My
okay.
deal. Wait, where would I put that part in there? Lower. So it'd be 6 divided by 8.
Did y'all get 3/4? Or 0.75?
Yeah.
We do understand that they're the same thing? Do I need to break out the quarters and show you how 3/4 and 0.75 are the same thing? I had to do it in 6th
Do
period.
you even have 3/4?
Probably. Should I get negative 2 for your other answer?
Yeah.
So your solution is negative 2 and 3/4? And we write it in brackets. Because it's a set, not a coordinate. Alright, so where are we getting confused at this point?
We got it right.
It doesn't really, but I like for the smaller number to go first. But I'm okay with either one. It's a good question. Does anybody have a spot that they're getting confused and need some clarification on? Yes. What? Okay, well tell me where we're getting confused.
The -5 part.
Right here? This part? That I'm pointing at?
You talking about?
It's always opposite of B. So if B is 5, it's going to be -5. If B is -5, it's going to be +5. If B is 7, it's going to be -7. If B is -7, it's going to be +7. So it's the opposite of whatever this is. Always. Any other part that we're confused on? Alright, let's do another one. Turn your paper over. Example 2.
We got 1 minute.
We don't. Alright, x squared minus 2x minus 15 equals 0. Do it completely without me. You can write them down. Because we have 3 minutes, so you have time.
I was gonna say something.
Don't.
Yeah, man, but ask me questions. I wasn't even getting serious when I said, ooh, I think I'll add.
Alright, 2. Use the quadratic formula. It has to be set equal to 0. C means you're going to have to get it set equal to 0.